family, welcome back to ActionBoom's Healthy Life Kitchen. Man, it's been a minute. Yeah, I had to take some time off to get myself together. I needed time for me. I needed time to work out. I needed time to perfect my skills with the kitchen stuff. I needed time to get you some new meals together and to perfect my recipes. So the last one I did, I think, was back in like December or January or something like that. You probably got those below. But this is all new. So here we are in June of 2016, and we are ready to get started on some more hearty meals. I got some beautiful lamb chops here. I got some purple potatoes, which you probably have never seen before. And we're also gonna do some wilted spinach for our dinner tonight. This is gonna be phenomenal. You don't wanna miss it. Get involved. Okay, so I told you we're gonna do lamb chops tonight. The first thing we're gonna do is make our marinade or our rub for them. So I got a couple ingredients here. The first is I got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We need to put that in a shallow bowl so we can mix this all up. Next, I've got some A1 steak sauce. That's about a tablespoon of A1 steak sauce. It should be enough to cover the lamb chops that we got here. If not, we can add more. This is Worcestershire sauce. Again, about a tablespoon. I've got some dried oregano. That's about a teaspoon of dried oregano we're gonna throw in there. And about a teaspoon of thyme. I also got some fresh parsley here. Now the parsley, I'm gonna chop it up. It don't have to be fresh like this. You can use store-bought parsley or dried parsley. But I really like the way the fresh parsley tastes and the way it smells. It is pretty dynamic. So we're gonna use some fresh parsley. That smells great. You also want some lemon zest here. We need about a good about a good teaspoon of lemon zest. And this lemon zest is really what's gonna wake this up and make it really good. And then after we use that lemon zest, we want to cut that part of the lemon off because we're gonna use it to actually give us about a good 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We're gonna just start pouring it right on top of our lamb chops. Don't worry, we'll get all of that in here. Hopefully you're doing this with me and you can smell just how fresh this smells. Want to make sure we get both sides. Once we get our lamb chops basted with our marinade on them, then we want to stick them inside of a Ziploc bag. This is going to allow those juices to emulsify. It's going to allow that marinade to get down inside of that meat, all up against those bones. We're going to scoop all of this juice right back into this bag and make sure that they can soak this up. And we'll let them sit like this at room temperature for about 45 minutes or so while we prepare the rest of our meal. So don't leave anything off. Get all of these juices. You need it all. Let it stick in the bag. Like so. All right, we're gonna let this sit to the side while we prepare the rest of our meal. Okay, so now it's time for our potatoes. So I got a starch here, it's called a purple potato, which I don't know if you've ever seen these before. But my wife bought some of these from the market a little while ago, and I thought, wow, this is different. Let's try this out. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna just cut them into wedges. And then I'll take those wedges and I'm gonna bake them in the oven with a little olive oil and some salt and pepper. They don't need much. They've got a great flavor to them. They taste a lot better than traditional potatoes. I understand that there's a lot more vitamins in these and that they're healthier for you too. Okay, we got all those cut up. We'll just take these. We want to kind of spread them out into our Pyrex pan here. so they all get a little space. You don't need to overcrowd them. Drizzle them with just a little olive oil. Get our pepper on there. A little fresh sea salt. Just mix those around and make sure they all get enough oil and stuff on them. And we're just gonna cover these up before we put them in our oven. I got the oven heated to about 400, 450 degrees. I'm gonna cut these up, I'm gonna cover these up because I want them to steam and not cook. I don't want them to get dry. I want them to be really moist and nice when we open them up. So we're gonna get these about a good 20, 30 minutes. We'll check them and then we'll add some cheese. Okay, so we got our purple potatoes in the oven. They're cooking. We're gonna cook those for about 15 minutes. We're gonna check them, flip them around a little bit, and probably cook them for another 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how they feel, okay? We also got our lamb chops. They've been marinating for about the last 20 minutes or so. They're good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and open these up and pour these out on our cookie sheet here, because today we're gonna do things a little bit different on Action Boom's Kitchen. We are actually gonna take the show outside. It's a beautiful day, and I fired up the grill. Beautiful day. I know my grill is hot enough. Like I told you, it's about 450, 500 degrees over here. Just gonna lay these chops right here on the fat side. Now, we're gonna close this lid because we wanna lock that heat in. Now, it's real important that when you're checking the doneness for this, that you don't go in there and start poking on it with forks and stuff. When you poke it, you'll release the juices out of it, then your meat will start drying out and getting tough as it cooks. So we're gonna watch this, we're gonna cook this on this side, just like this, for about another 5 minutes. We'll check it in 5 minutes, flip it over, and then we'll see how done it is after that. All right, it's been 5 minutes, we're gonna just check our chops here. Yeah, they're cooking lovely. They smell great. We're gonna take these and flip them over. Alright, so we're going to close them back down. Alright, so we took our potatoes out. They've been cooking for about 15 minutes. And based on the consistency, I'm going to let these cook about another 5 to 8 minutes. They're just about there. I don't want them mushy, but I don't want them so firm that we can't chew through them. So, 5 more minutes. It's smelling great out here. You got to check this out. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. These are looking perfect. All right, I know my lamb is done. We were just out here about 5 minutes ago. Checked it. We wanted to make sure that it was well and not medium. Start by turning the grill off. Always remember safety first. Turn off your propane as soon as you're done with it. You don't want to come out here later and find out it's been running all day. And it's expensive. Look at there. That's grilled lamb chops. We got to let these rest for about 5 to 7 minutes or so. We want to make sure that they're rested well. The juices are still sucked inside of the meat. If we cut it now, the juices will run out. It'll dry our meat out and make it tough. So we're going to let these sit. We're going to take them in the house where it can cool off, and so I can cool off. And then we'll start doing the rest of our meat. All right, so we've got another 5 minutes on our potatoes. That's looking pretty good. They smell great. To finish these off, I'm just going to sprinkle a little cheddar cheese on ours. Not much. I don't want to overpower them, but I do want a little bit of cheese to crust melt on top of this. So now that I got my cheese on here, I can take my my foil off, and then when I put these back in, the cheese should melt nice and give a nice little coating on top of the potatoes. All right, we're gonna do our spinach. Melt down a little bit of butter into a very hot saucepan, and then we're gonna just start adding our spinach in. I'm just gonna top it off with a little Parmesan cheese for a little flavor. You can add enough cheese to your taste. We're done. So we got our meal here. Take a look at this. We got sauteed spinach with a little Parmesan cheese on top. We've got some purple potatoes with a little cheddar cheese on top, and then we got our perfectly grilled lamb chop here. What I got here is a little sauce that I put together with some barbecue sauce and a little A1 sauce, just in case you need a little bit of dipping. This is something that I am excited to taste. My meat is cooked perfectly. I didn't want it to be medium. I wanted it to be well. Let's try it. It tastes all of those flavors. That citrus, that really made the difference in there, that little lemon. This is the way to go. You can grill it, you ought to try it. And this potato, you can smell this. It smells flourally. It's really delicious, I'm serious. You need to stop what you're doing right now, get to your store, pick up these ingredients on the list, and get your dinner started. By the time you get back, I'm gonna be eating dessert. Welcome back to ActionBoom's Healthy Life Kitchen. We'll see you again.